the Bounce House, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the South Florida Bulls, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bulls will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fair catch called for and made. The offense lining up for a first down play. On the move, it's Fisher. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Quarterback now breaking the field. Unleashes one. He's open on the right. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Knights with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. The Knights will hustle to the line.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Wants to throw. It's Jordan. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He makes the grab. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
It's 1st down from the 11. Here's the handoff. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw on second down. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The Knights looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, UCF! And they jump on top. Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Bulls moving quickly to the line. He leaves it with his back. At the 40, there he goes. Afterburners coming. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, South Florida. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll call for the fair catch here. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The give out of the gun. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally. It's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Looking for space. It's Fisher. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Off the RPO, complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. A 3rd and long coming up here.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to throw, it's Jordan. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. Smashes ahead. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Trying to run, it's Fisher. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback keeps it, and he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical 3rd down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You could just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good.
Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment.
Oh, look out! He's at the 40, at the 20, and he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Bulls! Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by just one over Bowling Green. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Still running at the 40. Oh, look out. There he goes. The 20. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pick up there. And the Bulls want to crank the tempo. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Try to get it on the ground. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
Quick completion to the right. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. At the 40, there he goes. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll give it to the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
The Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Bulls. Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The Knights want to move quickly. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Jordan. Going to try to get it himself. They finally make the stop, but he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Second down after that incompletion. He's got it on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll immediately call timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time on target. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football and trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And the Bulls want to pick up the tempo. They'll ride the hot hand. Still running at the 40. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The give to the back. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The lone back's got it. Powers through the defender. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The inside handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown USF! They take the lead with the 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
South Florida, 28. UCF, 24.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give to the back. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Give to the single back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, South Florida. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks. But guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for you.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Dropping back, it's Jordan. It's complete to the left. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And how about that 3rd down? They go 5 wide. They've spread the defense out. And at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Going with the ground game left.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
UCF 24.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback checking off. They think there's room to run to the right here.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Back to pass, it's Jordan. Back open in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes his connection. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, UCF.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try.
On the field goal.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
He wants to go deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. Give to the running back. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Going up top on 1st down. On target to the left. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. You'd love to get the score right now, but you also want to make sure, if you can, that the clock keeps moving.
So let's do both. Let's run the football, keep it on the ground, run the play clock down, but don't turn away a touchdown. If you're getting close and you can get in, take the 2-possession lead, end this ball game.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown Bulls! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The snap sets up the throw. He's into the end zone for the 2, and the lead is now at 16. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
43, UCF 27.
Fair catch called for and made. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
They'll go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. The Knights are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. To the air, it's Jordan. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the 4th quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
On the move to his left. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
He makes the connection. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They want to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
So that touchdown was big, but just as big, this 2-point conversion attempt to try to get it to a 1-possession game. The sweet feet buy a little time. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that